Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr. and we're back with a little bit more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. I was thinking about recording last night, but I was pretty drowsy, so I decided I didn't want to phone it in. I prefer to wait till the morning when I'm feeling fresh. You know, I have gotten myself in trouble before by playing late at night as well. You know, when you're real groggy like that, then you're likely to make mistakes or just be impatient and try to rush your way through, and then bad things happen. So now it's the morning, we can take things slow and really enjoy ourselves. So let's keep going. I mean, I'm not entirely ungroggy right now. I mean, I'm not exactly a morning person, but as I was saying, it seems like my internal clock refuses to accept the fact that it's the weekend. It still thinks it's a work day. So whatever, it's the same amount of work day, or excuse me, it's the same amount of weekend hours, just in the morning instead of at night. If I end up being a morning person, then so be it. Let's see what we got going on. We have a bunch of these arrows. We want to drop some of these things. I think we're still going to drop these arrows. We're going to try to burn through our hundreds of arrows relatively frivolously, I think is the idea, because we're building up a stash of these special arrows. We've got 38, not that many of them, but more than 100 total of these special arrows. So we can get to the point where we can use those almost exclusively. But for now, the regular arrows seem to be fine, so we're going to try to use as many of those as we can. If we get later in the game and the regular arrows aren't cutting it anymore, maybe we can upgrade. But I don't think we need them in our inventory for now. Let's see what else we can drop. Any of these wands are not particularly helpful. Like Fireball, yeah, we're not going to use that. We've got Kozlov. Is pretty much the same thing. Sure, we can hang on to those though. Those are nice. Clarity. Like that Rage Ring, yeah, we're not really going to use, I don't think. Teleport Control, we might as well drop. We might even learn the spell Teleport Control if our Transmutations gets good enough. I mean, we're not really using our spell levels for much. Which reminds me also, we need to look at our skills. Yeah, okay, and yeah, we dropped the Lantern of Shadows. That's fine. What are our skills looking like? Spellcasting at 5.7. We might get that up to 6, as I said. Translocations can keep going up, I think. Invocations can keep going up. We wanted to turn on Fighting, because 150 HP is not cutting it anymore. Pole arms can keep going up. Bows can keep going up until we get to 21 at least, so we get a sweet new title. Armor and dodging, yeah, I mean, it's pretty thinly spread across the board. We'll turn off spellcasting in a second, and that'll make things a little bit better. Right, so now we have 41 out of 52 slots. I think the next plan was to go to the vaults. I can't think of anything better to do than to go to the vaults. We could theoretically hit up the slime pit. We don't have much cold resistance, though, and I'm afraid of this new corrosion, plus our arrows will get eaten. So let's go to the vaults. We'll see about the slime pits later. But I think we're ready to go. I also did want to look up portal projectile. Yeah. Well, while we have an excess of money, let's go and pick that up right now. Because why not? I said I wanted to buy it, and I will. We'll learn portal projectile right now, and maybe that'll help us out in a pinch. Book of Spatial Translocation. Yes, Book of the Warp would be nice too, maybe, but not really. I don't know if that's really going to be our style. Portal Projectile, we could learn Teleport Other too, or Shroud of Galubria. Why not? Let's learn all of these and just drop the book. We've got plenty of Amnesia, right? 5 scrolls of Amnesia at least. Yeah, we're not using it for anything else, so we'll just drop the book here. Well, you know what? I'll take it with me just in case I need to destroy it later or something. We're going to the vaults anyway, and we're going to make a stash there, so we'll just drop it off there. And now we can set our spells. I think I'm going to put Portal Projectile on F. So that's fine. Looking at my spell casting success rates, well, I would have to learn some charms if I wanted to have a better chance of casting those things. Passage of Galubria is pure translocations, but it's not even up to 50% yet. Passage of Galubria is actually a good goal for us. I forgot about Passage of Galubria. I always do. It's pretty good. It's a great spell. So we might not even have to get up to Controlled Blink. Passage of Galubria might be sufficient for us. And also, what else was I going to say? I had something else to say, but I forget. Oh well. So, I guess we're good to go. Let's head down to the vaults. Alright, there we go. Put the decaying rune inside, and it hisses and opens, which is pretty neat. Whoa, it's St. Roka right from the get-go. That's pretty intense. Not what I was expecting. So what do we do here? Is this time for upheavals? Let's lay down a few upheavals. Or even a disaster area. I don't know if disaster area is the right option here exactly, but I think it might be worth a try. It'd be pretty spectacular, right? We are recording this, right? Yeah, St. Roka. So St. Roka is here in the vaults. Let's give it a go. Bam. Okay. Killed a few of those guys. Killed a few more of those guys. Nice. Whoa, nice. Okay. That was pretty disastrous. Actually, that seemed to be really effective. Vault Sentinels are now peas. Okay, that's really interesting. So they must have changed humanoids to peas or something like that, because those slaves were peas as well. And only the player is now represented by a tab sign or something like that. Or not a tab sign, a at sign. That would make sense, I guess, because that was always a little bit confusing. Well, that was a really effective disaster area. I'm really glad I did that, actually. Very well done, Kozlal. And surely St. Roka didn't see that coming. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit smitten there by St. Roka, but let's get out the bow. Vault Sentinel, we can drag him upstairs, see what he's like. He marked us. Our magic resistance is relatively high, but getting marked is also a pretty difficult effect to resist. You really need MR ++++ if you want to be like consistently deflecting marks. But anyway, it didn't matter because we were upstairs. Now we take out St. Roka, and he's wandered over there, which is a bad idea for him. I also do love how Kozlal's abilities seem to make some just random, like, lava squares and stuff, so we actually affect the terrain in a permanent way, which I appreciate. Leaving our mark. Alright, he's smiting us pretty hard, but we are also shooting him. Let's take him upstairs and shoot him some more. We could run away, but it doesn't seem that necessary. He'll just smite us. I think his smite hurts more than his melee. Yeah, there we go. Took him out. St. Roka is not too much without his entourage. And the entourage, unfortunately, had a disaster befall upon them. So let's drop off this book, which we really don't need anymore because we memorized everything in it. Chunks of human flesh, always good to carry around. And good. This is our new stash too. Stashes in general being rather less necessary now that carry weight is not an issue, but anyway, you know, it's still good to keep things organized, I guess. It's mostly just for tradition. I can sense a monster through the wall using my awesome antennae. Shoot this boulder beetle down. Tab him down, very good. Yeah, vault guards are now tabs. Or, vault guards are now P's. Why am I saying tab for everything? There's Vault Warden, alright, so I need to recalibrate my brain for that, because Vault Wardens are actually a pretty top tier threat. And then the yellow P's will summon guys. The bow is pretty effective against the Vault crew. Those guys can be relatively tough customers. We're also basically permanently marked anyway, considering Kozlal's noise level. Careful going out into this wide open area. Bunch of arrows, though. I like the fact that there's a there are some centaurs here, centaur warriors and centaur packs. A glowing arbalest, pretty neat. Take down all these jokers. Hopefully we don't get banished or anything like silly like that. But we seem to be okay. Yep. They're just lining up like lambs to the slaughter. And if they're going to make it that easy for me, you know, what are you going to do? Tab, 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 tab. Okay, ugly things. Those are white ugly things. And they're pretty quick. But so are we, actually, so I'm not that concerned. Yeah, we have no cold resistance right now. We should be careful about that. This was actually pretty much the same situation we were in with our Tengu game at this point. No cold resistance, plenty of fire resistance. And then we ran into that annoying simulacrum vault and stuff. Down the depths, I believe, so hopefully we can find a better source of cold resistance soon. A better cloak would do it. Storm Dragon. Yeah. Yeah, Bolt of Lightning does hurt a bit. But, there we go, alright, yeah, we put on an electricity resisting glaive. Which kind of makes sense. It could be like a lightning rod, basically, you know. Just make sure part of it's touching the ground at all times. We've reached level 20. Does that mean we get a stat boost? Yeah, strength went up. That's sort of what I have been angling for, so I can dig it. I really can. Centaurs are nothing. Literally nothing before us. They think there's something. They think they're impressive with their yak torsos. Not torso. What's the opposite of a torso? Abdomen? I don't know. Is there a word to refer to like the lower half of your body? Not that I can really think of. Shoot him down before he conjures some stuff? There we go. He wasn't very quick on the draw, fortunately. That was a little bit of a slow Iron Brand Convoker. Alright, we'll use our glaive here because they're all nice and choked up, and it's kind of nice to have them standing around in clouds. Pretty funny. Whoa! Crystal Spear? Ogre Mages can cast Crystal Spear? Who knew? Is that new? I would have thought I would have known that before. Crystal Spear is pretty dangerous. I mean, I'm sure it's not as dangerous as like the Lich version of the spell or whatever, but still, that's nothing to sneer at. Newfound respect for Ogre Magi today. And I already sort of did respect them. They're pretty squishy when you get to this point in the game, I mean, but their spells are pretty damaging. If you okay. So, we need to take care of this guy immediately. We could Portal Projectile. Let's try an Upheaval first. That did something. Alright, yeah, we're getting this out, and we're casting... Yeah, ZF. Okay, that works. What's my odds on casting that, by the way? 14%, not bad. Ugh, so fire at you. Fire at you. Got him. Alright, fire at you. But I still missed him anyway. Fire at you. Alright, so P Projectile is a good upgrade. I thought you had to cast it every time. I didn't realize it just sort of kept working for a minute. Here comes a Sphinx. He'll try to hex us, or she'll try to hex us. But, I think we got this. Hexus, wasn't that the name of the villain from Ferngully? Something like that. Alright. Vault Sentinel. Yeah. So that Portal Projectile was pretty good. I didn't realize it worked like that. We might want to cast that like all the time. I might want to set that to like one of my hotkeys up here so I can just cast that as a general buff when I need it. That and Passage of Galubria for that matter. Or not Passage, but a Shroud of Galubria. Just as sort of a general buff type spell. When that gets a little bit more consistent. 34% right now. Yeah, spellcasting can come off. 6 is pretty good for what we're looking for, and we're not trying to bleed our experience too thin. Yeah, the rest of the stuff I did want to keep working on, though, so that's fine. Armor can, yeah, honestly, though, we want to get better at all these things. I can't wear this Ring of Evasion forever. Scroll of Immolation, I was just thinking about that. We don't need this Ring of Intelligence. In fact, let's see if there's things that we don't want to pick up right now. We don't need any more Digging or Disintegration, or, well, we'll look at Attack Wands. We don't need Fireball. Paralysis, no. Polymorph, no. Amnesia, not really. We've got plenty. Enchant Weapon, no. We've got, not for now, not for right now. Here's File Holy Word, Immolation. Yeah. Fine. Vulnerability, we don't really need. What's all this, though? Alright, so Rings of Evasion, we've already got pretty much the best one we have. Rings of Intelligence, no. Rings of Magical Power, no. Rings of Protection from Magic, we've got something better. Rings of Stealth, no. Rings of Strength, no. Rings of Wizardry, no. Rings of Ice, no. And Potions of Brilliance, no. Alright, I think that pretty much covers it. Alright, good. Yaktor Captain. And what's this? A Ring of Protection from Fire. Well, okay. We'll keep it at the stash anyway. We've got plenty of fire resistance for now, but you never know when that's going to change. Here comes a bunch of brown ugly things, so let's put on our corrosion. Yeah, and then back off a little ways. Let's cast Portal Projectile. Oh, well, now he's poisonous. Portal Projectile does not seem to last very long, but that's okay. Alright, we killed... Well, okay. Silver Bolts. That actually hurts pretty hard, considering that we are relatively mutated. Yes, no. There we go. Alright, great. What's our hunger on Portal Projectile? Not bad. I mean, we don't need to cast it all the time. But maybe we should be casting it all the time. I mean, maybe there's no reason not to cast it all the time, basically. Freezing Wraith. Is this the remnants of St. Roka's band? Is this like St. Roka 2? St. Boca? Mass Mocha? Yeah, alright. I know you're supposed to get up in the face of these centaurs, but we don't care. We've got repel missiles. We've got an even better ranged ability than them, so that was Vaults 1. Not terrible, right? I think we did a pretty good job with that. I think that was pretty respectable. We took out St. Roka with style. That's the first time I've been impressed with the effective disaster area. I think it worked pretty well because we were relatively contained in that area, so there was only a limited space in which those clouds could strike. So I think that was an effective use of that. We'll certainly try it for Vault 5 as well, possibly in conjunction with the Scroll of Immolation. But anyway, before we do that, we have to do Vaults 2 through 4, so let's keep going. Yeah. Rune Cloak. That's neat. We were looking for that. I mean, no guarantee it's good, but angry buzzing noise. Yeah, alright. Here come the vampire mosquitoes. Wizards. Alright. So yeah, all the humans are now just peas, apparently. Which is fine. It's a little weird. I'm used to them being ghosts, but I'll get used to it, I'm sure. They made a bunch of changes from point 13 to point 14 as well. They can't seem to make up their mind with this reform. At a certain point, it stops being reform if it's too confusing. But I understand why they would have done that. It's weird having all those @ signs everywhere. Sometimes you get confused, especially because some of them are like basically the same color as the player. So we'll wear this cloak. Just a +1 cloak. Alright. I'm fine with that. AC. I'll take it. Shoot down Vault Sentinels, shoot down Ravens. That probably means Tengus, but not necessarily. Portal of Tengu just might be Tengu. Okay, is this where the upheaval right here? I think it might be. Yeah, okay, there we go. That seemed to work quite well. I mean, we could have taken them out ourselves too, probably. But, whatevs. Necromancer. Alright, so they're white peas. It's hard to hit him, sort of, but so long as there's guys in the way. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cast Portal Projectile, and then fire at him. Just take him out real quick. I don't like him hanging around, working around. An errant Orb of Destruction can really do some damage. Yeah, just keep tabbing these guys, I guess. We can use our bow. The Draining Glaive is not very effective against zombies. Alright, that was neat. Took out a bunch of guys. Simulacra are now a slightly different color, I think. They used to be a darker blue. Is that the first Simulacrum we've seen in this game? Could very well be. Oh man, keep taking out him. And then him. Let's cast Portal Projectile. Let's back off. No sense in standing out in the open like this. This wolf spider is slightly dangerous, perhaps, but not as dangerous as he could be. Not dangerous enough that I'm getting concerned yet. Yep, shoot him dead, just shoot them all dead from a distance. Fire dragon can die for real. Alright, Iron Brain Convoker should die immediately. Yeah, Sphinx. Alright, so now that you don't have that cool color effect, it's kind of a shame. I kind of like that. I kind of like the Simulacrum color scheme. But oh well. Kind of like that bright icy blue too. And as I've said before on this channel, I have a hard time seeing the darkest shade of blue in this game. Like this bright blue is fine, you know, like those bolts here, for example. But these dark blue, mega dark blue arrows are tough to see. And I mean, if it's a monster, that can get to be dangerous sometimes. Sometimes I just completely ignore somebody standing right next to me. Like, oh, there's an ice devil there. Guess I could have noticed that. Ice devil is not what I was looking for. Ice devils are white, I think, but what am I thinking of? I'm not sure. Well, what are those electrical demons? I think they might be that dark blue. The Six Furies. But anyway, it's not important. You see what I'm saying? The dark blue is hard to see. I think I could adjust that in my init settings or whatever. But I haven't yet. Maybe I should figure out how to do that rather than just complain about it. Because there's an easy fix, no doubt, and it's probably just my eyes. My weak eyes that can't see that dark blue. Could be clear as day to other people with different genetics or cultural upbringings. Considering that apparently culture does play a rather large deal in terms of language perception, or language at least, if the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis is to be believed. But we're not here to talk about the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Whoa! Jory the Bloodstained Count comes into view. I thought that said something else for a second. Which I'll leave unsaid. But, alright, Jory's a tough customer. He can cast Crystal Spear, and it hurts for quite a bit, I believe. Yeah, Crystal Spear and some other stuff. He can blink close to us, so running away is a little bit of a fool's errand. Let's just try to cast Portal Projectile, and then shoot him down a few times. Hawthorne can't hurt me. I don't understand that reference. Is that a reference to literature? Like Dracula or something? I never actually read Dracula. Attempts to bespell me, but he's too bad to do that. Alright, let's use Portal Projectile again, and just keep shooting a little bit. He's too fast. Let's just keep shooting. I feel like that's our best option. Joy's almost destroyed. There we go. Nice. And he exploded into a cloud of blood, as Jory does, which is always extremely satisfying. That's one of the most satisfying guys to kill. Just because no! You can tell he really wanted to stay alive, and we took that away from him. Someone like Norris, I mean, Norris sort of says that he wants to die in his flavor, so it's like killing him is not exactly satisfying. Jory has been alive for countless centuries. I think he was rather rich, right? So obviously he enjoyed the finer things. And, yeah, we took that away from him, so we should feel good about that, right? Because we are sadistic misanthropes. That's why we play this game. At the very least, we can get it all out of our system. Playing video games so we can be charming, good people in real life. And not murder people for the sheer pleasure of it. I know it's tempting sometimes. You know, I know people say video games, well, some rather silly people, I think, say that video games are a cause of violence, but I tend to think the opposite. I mean, I think it's a pretty good outlet for the natural aggressive urges that sometimes humans experience. Alright, let's cast Portal Projectile here and take down this guy before he wants to make any more demons come our way. But yeah, you know, I think it's, you know, humans are animals, you know. We don't do big game hunting and such as much as we used to in our evolutionary past, so you gotta get it out of your system somehow, and video games are a pretty good outlet for that. You know, stuff like sports and exercise is pretty good too, so try to get the full gamut, try to live a balanced lifestyle. It's my philosophy anyway. Of course, my version of balanced might involve way more dungeon crawl than for most people, but yeah, I'm not claiming that the amount of dungeon crawl I play is actually healthy. It's a slight addiction. But hey, to each his own, right? I don't judge you for your addictions. And hey, man, we're in it together, right? I'm sure you're probably pretty addicted to it too, or you enjoy it at least. It's a really fun game. Let's not call it an addiction. I mean, I'm just the biggest fan of video games. I think that games in general are really fun to play, an excellent human pastime. So, a worthy use of one's free time, if I had to say. Anyway, enough philosophy. Let's go and kill some more people. So this is what happens when you don't kill enough people fast enough. You start to think about philosophy. That's why we need to be killing constantly. Alright, a new scroll. Could be what? Torment or brand weapon, right? Yeah. Let's just go ahead and well, actually, where's the nearest Bardiche? Let's go and pick it up. You don't know how to get there? Where is it? What do you mean you don't know how to get there? Oh, it's locked in there? That's ridiculous. Alright, well, let's just identify this. Scroll of Torment, so who cares? I didn't want to run all the way back to the Elven Halls to pick up a Bardiche, or wherever we saw that Bardiche. I didn't realize those Bardiches were locked in display cases. It's possible we could dig them out, but I got the impression that those walls were made out of stone. So unless we knew Lee's rapid deconstruction or something like that, seems improbable. Maybe Kozlov could bust him out in a pinch. I wonder if Disaster Area can open up walls and stuff like that. That'd be pretty neat. Cool. The vault so far is going swimmingly. And it's hard to tell, you know, I mean, again, this is a whole new version and a whole new god and character type I'm not used to. So I'm not going to make any assertions as to whether or not it is abnormally easy or hard, because it could be any number of those variables. Further experimentation is required. But for now, I'm not complaining. I mean, we're able to proceed without difficulty. And everybody likes proceeding, right? If you feel like you've earned it, at least. And this character has had some tribulations. We've gotten some really lucky drops. I mean, seriously, let's not kid ourselves. We've got some pretty good equipment right now, but you get pretty good drops in a lot of dungeon crawl games. You know, you sort of have to work with what the dungeon gives you, and usually if you play your cards right, you can make it work for yourself. So I'm not going to say we've had like an exceptionally lucky game. I think it has been a pretty lucky game. Getting the bow and the gauntlets of war certainly really kicked our character over the edge. But Kozlal in general seems strong, and we would have found a longbow of flaming or something like that anyway, so, you know, let's not give it luck all the credit. As they say, Crawl is like a mostly skill-based game. Like, you can pretty much win every game of Crawl if you try hard enough, and if you have the skills for it. As demonstrated by the fact that people can streak for dozens of victories at a time. I mean, if that was not skill-based, that would be a statistical impossibility, basically. So, one has to suppose that there is a fair degree of skill involved. And I mean, sometimes you really just literally can't help it, but it seems like, I don't know, 95% of the time or more, you should be able to win a dungeon crawl game. That's my assertion. And especially by this point in the game. I mean, seriously. Like, if we die now at this point, it is entirely our fault. And what does that tell us for all the other games that we've lost? Part of the problem is that, you know, I mean, when I was starting off, I did die very frequently in the early parts of the game, so of course I'm very well practiced at the early parts of the game. Whereas, places like Hell, or whatever, I've only practiced, you know, I mean, a dozen times or fewer, because you don't see very many characters get to that point, so I think it's understandable that I would be more unfamiliar and also therefore afraid of places like Hell, considering how dangerous they were. Places like Vaults 5 were that for a while too. Like Vaults 5, a lot of my characters died there, so you sort of just have to keep running characters into a wall before you learn something in this game, which is fine, you know. Whoa, a whole bunch of kobold demonologists. That's not exactly what I wanted to see. Let's try an upheaval on this guy. Yeah, exactly. That worked well enough. Can't get past that lava, which is pretty funny. Okay, so let's go around the back way. That was pretty awesome. Kozlal seems very strong. That upheaval ability is very useful. And Disaster Area made short work of St. Roka. We'll see how it fares for Vaults 5, because that's really what comes to mind when you see an ability like that. You know, the big nuclear abilities like Disaster Area, or, for example, Corruption as a Lugonu worshipper, and stuff like that. What's another one? There's another big one that I'm thinking of, but I can't think of it right now. I mean, of course, there's the big spells like Firestorm and Shatter and things like that. But I thought there was another god ability that was sort of like a big... Oh, Slouch. Yeah, Slouch with Kybriados. So there's those just big nuclear options that are just great for Vaults 5. That's the first thing you think of. I haven't decided how I'm going to deal with the Royal Jelly if we do go down to the slime pits. I'm not sure that Disaster Area would really get the job done, because he'll just split into a bunch more. So we might need something more focused. Upheavals might be even better for that. Stone Giant will throw rocks at us if we run away, so I think it's actually better to just be in range. Alright, there we go. Oblong paperback book, that seems kind of weird. Let's try just using our blade for a while. A Book of Dreams. Certainly not a bad find, but I don't think there's anything in here that we really want. Phase Shift. We do want Phase Shift. So yeah, memorize that. Oh, and Flight? Whoops, I didn't mean to memorize Flight. Could be a nice spell to learn. But not right now. We'll just drop it here. If we need Flight later, we can. Get it. Oh, I like how it tells you the letter that the spell is assigned to now when you memorize a spell. So you don't have to check explicitly. Slight interface improvements. I like how they're always trying to make the game a little bit more streamlined like that. Alright, large slime creatures. Let's not deal with that. Let's just shoot them dead. What's this? A gateway to a bazaar. That's pretty awesome. So we might check that out in a little while. That's so tempting to upheaval, but oh, that's tempting to upheaval. Just get a little bit closer, you guys. Level 21 should be another point of strength, I think. Level 21, strength 21. Makes sense to me. Ugh. Alright, let's upheaval this area right here. Nice. Got the priests. Wounded the warlord. I mean, yeah, I'm probably sitting at just full Kozlov piety most of the time. I possibly should be using upheaval to get the most out of it. I think I've been using it when appropriate, you know. And if we ever do run low on ammo, we can use it more judiciously. That's not the right word. I use the word judiciously too often. As I've said before, sometimes it's hard to think of words to say when you're playing this game. Surprisingly difficult to think of words and play Dungeon Crawl at the same time, so I say alright a lot and honestly a lot. I know I do. It's just vocal tics of mine, which, I don't know, I can't really help. I could help, but it would be a really conscious effort, and I can't improve my vocal conditioning and play Dungeon Crawl at the same time and try to make pseudo-reasonable commentary. It's just not going to happen. So I like to try to maintain a sort of pseudo-conversational tone on this channel, you know? Very informal, very relaxed, playing some Dungeon Crawl, just talking about whatever comes to mind. That's the way we roll. Scroll blinking, a couple of altars, which we are covering with our clouds. It's got to be kind of insulting. CeHu and Arid, and a path down to the crypt. That's kind of cool. I like that crypt entrance. Ghostly, a ghost crab? A ghost crab? Are you serious? I find that to be completely unacceptable. We're leaving this ghost crab area, and we'll back off a ways. If that ghost crab gets too close... Oh, that's just spectral stuff. Alright, that's from the ghost flame. Back off. There he is. Alright, pour projectile. Tab him down. There we go. Ghost crab. That's something completely new. I did not expect that. Ravenous pile of gold mimic. Well, let's back off and then just shoot him down. There we go. Ironbrand Convoker goes down in 2 arrows. Those guys are pretty squishy, but you do have to take them out relatively urgently, considering that they will call in the whole neighborhood if you let them. Yeah, let's back off here. Use our arrows, because we've got so many of them. We're up past 600 again, so we still are finding arrows. We don't have much to worry about. Deep trolls, that's interesting. That deep troll earth mage might try to hit us with a metallic blast, which would hurt, but he didn't. A little bit of food there is nice. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if we're even going to use half of these spells, to be honest. We rarely do. It's part of our problem. We've got too many spell slots, and then we just memorize random things. Passage of Galubria could be nice to do. Let's not forget about that. It's a good option for us. It's better than just a random blink sometimes. Sometimes a random blink is what you need. Sometimes you just need to be not next to something, and blink gets the job done. Most of the time. Blink is a way of betraying you, though, which is why you always aim for something more consistent. I was also thinking maybe we might find some nice fairy dragon armor or something. I think that might have been what I was thinking of much earlier in the video, like at the very beginning of this video. When I said that I was thinking of something and then I forgot about it. I think that might have been what I was going to say. Hopefully the fairy dragon armor is nice, and we can have a nice upgrade there. We don't want to wear very heavy armor because of being a centaur, and because we're pretty stupid and we want to cast spells, sort of. So yeah, I think that if it's a nice fairy dragon armor, or just nice dragon armor in general, we would prefer that over what we have. Although our armor is good. We've been rocking that armor since the lair, and it's been serving us quite well. Our EV is also much better than it used to be, especially now that we have that ring of evasion. Although, yeah, it seems to be going up a bit. I mean, it's not that bad now. Our EV could be getting better. We could be hitting some sort of breakpoint in our armor and dodging. So let's keep up the good work. Everything else seems fine. Yeah. So I guess we keep going, huh? 172 HP, that's pretty nice. A couple of levels up, plus we're working our fighting up a little bit more. Alright, I guess we're ready to go. Down to Vault 4. Ogre Mage. And trapdoor spiders and a variety of other nasties. But nasty might not be exactly the right word because they are easy. So maybe easies would be a better name for them. Yeah, that bazaar. We'll probably check out that bazaar. Well, I was just going to check out Vault 4 first. Maybe a little bit further. I mean, we don't need anything desperately right now, so it might be better to work up a little bit of money. Although, we do have, like, lots of money, so... Shadow Wraiths are now pink. That's interesting. Octopode. We could buy a Scroll of Acquirement for $624. Might not be a bad buy. I'm not sure what we would wish for exactly. We could wish for a wand, but we're not going to do that now because we're going to go and check out the bazaar first. I mean, it's silly to wish for acquirement and then just get random things when we could go into a wonderland of random things and maybe find something good. Orange potion, what could that be? Potion of a number of things. Possibly experience, but unlikely. Let's drop some of this flesh. And identify this. Oh, a new kind of amulet too. Berserk Rage, yeah, we don't need it. Put on this amulet. Amulet of Stasis. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to wear that. Just put on Guardian Spirit for now. I'm not sure if I even remember to put that on after I put on Corrosion. I forgot to look. We've got a bunch of these arrows too. Okay, so let's go back to our stash for a second. Go back to stash. Stash number 2, of course. Yeah, I know. Great. So we can drop some of the stuff. So for example, we have more of this branded ammo, which is great. I mean, we wanted to work up that supply, so maybe we will transition to that for like the last part of the game. You know, we'll go into Zod or something, we'll bring all of our branded ammo. But, yeah, let's see. Wand of Draining, we don't need 2 of, certainly. 2 wands of fire, rotting flesh, a meat ration. Protection from fire. Stasis. Berserk Rage. And there you go. Very nice. Alright, whoops. Well, no. Go back up. Sorry. Go back down to vaults. Into the vaults. Human corpse. Delicious. Alright, now down to vaults 4. Oh yeah, a new place in vaults 4. Alright, that's probably good to get a couple different angles at it. Confuse the people. They'll be coming at our Kozlov from a number of different angles. Yeah, you'd think this would be a dangerous thing to do, but we seem to not be taking any damage, so one is not exactly too concerned right now. They seem to be in a much worse situation than I am. This is too good of an upheaval opportunity to pass up. It seems to be very consistently getting all of them at this point. One more upheaval right here. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, we could use Kozlov abilities on the Enchantress as well, and her group if they decide to make an appearance. I was sort of hoping that they might, considering what I just said about trying to find some fairy dragon armor. Yeah, we probably will go to the depths before we go to the bazaar as well, because, you know, there could be fairy dragon armor, there could be a bunch of other goodies. The loot in the depths is pretty good, so we don't want to spend some money on something if we're just going to find a better version for free. Plus, we can work up our money a little bit more and then really properly exploit the bazaar. Might be nothing good, to be honest, but also I feel like the ones that are permanent are the ones that are a little bit more expensive. The ones with the timers on them are cheaper, so you're incentivized to jump right in before they disappear and spend whatever money you do have on hand. But these ones you can be a little bit more patient, so let's be patient. We're not hurting right now as a character. I mean, we've got everything we need, basically. We could use a better cloak, we could use, I mean, a better barding maybe, slightly better hat, but we could just enchant that up. Do we have enchant armor? I don't think so. Enchant arm, no. So we could use a better cloak. You know, we could use some things, but it's not urgent. It's not so urgent that we don't want to save up our money a little bit and maybe go check out fairy dragon armor and some other business. Who knows? We might find the hat of the alchemist down there. Wouldn't be the first time. Gauntlets of War hat. Gauntlets of War and Hat of the Alchemist combo would be pretty brutal. Shimmering leather armor. Worth investigating. Yeah, what is it? Not at all. Lily armor is pretty lame. Who names your armor after a lily? Just seems like a bad idea. Oh man, it's so tempting to use upheaval there, but it's not even worth the piety, considering we took 1 damage from that encounter. It's just whenever I see those guys clustered up like that, I want to take them out. It's better if it's a bunch of squishy guys, like, you know, a bunch of elven spellcasters or something like that. That's an ideal upheaval opportunity. Fire crab. Are we standing in flame? I don't think we are protected from that, though. Oh yeah, let's cast elemental force right now and make 1,000,000 hostile fire elementals. That seems like the plan. Vaults 4 complete. So that was Vaults 4. I mean, that was easy. That was as much as the vaults as we wanted to do. Okay, I don't even know how long that took. I don't think that was super long. I don't think I'm exactly ready to stop playing yet. I think what we might do is go and check out the depths now, as I just said, because that's sort of a natural progression. We do the vaults, then we do the depths. Maybe we come back and check out Vaults 5, but maybe we do Slime before that, or maybe we do Abyss before that. I think we might be skipping Abyss, though, considering our experience in the Abyss was not so good. So yeah, maybe let's just do Vaults right now, and then we can go and check out that bazaar, and then we can call it a video. Once again, I need to go and refill my water glass, though, so this is a nice intermission. You can go and do whatever you need to do. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Very good, I'm returned. Also turn on the air conditioning because as the late morning sets in, it's already getting quite warm in here. So anyway, now that we're feeling rehydrated and climate controlled, let's go down to the vault, to the depths, I guess. So, was there anything else that we needed to drop off? We were just at our inventory. Now, we can drop off that beef jerky, for example. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm sort of digging Coswall as a concept here. Scroll recharging can get dropped. It's very cool. You know, you go into a new floor and everybody just swarms around you and you have to take them all down. It's like quick bursts of excitement. So you end up clearing this stuff relatively quick. Let's hold our tongue about that, though, until we check out the depths, because the depths can be very dangerous and they sort of swarm you sometimes, whether you like it or not. There's a lot of nasty characters in the depths. Unless they have done some balance tweaks. But they can't have changed it that much, right? Into the depths. Iron Troll and an Etten. Alright, Etten's gonna hit really hard, so let's... Yeah, we're gonna use our bow here. Possibly upheaval is warranted on these guys as they get closer. Yeah. Let's try an upheaval on these three. And then again. Just to take out the shamans here. We don't like the shamans particularly. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. This is where having a axe would have been nice. But okay, that was just a deep troll pack. We played them pretty stupidly. We could have stair danced or something, but you know, we only lost about 30 health. Demon Trident is interesting, but probably not as good as our glaive. I like our glaive a lot. I possibly overestimate the value of a glaive, considering ever since I've played FTL, where if you ever played FTL, you probably know that the glaive beam is a formidable weapon. So I have that association in my brain now. Whole bunch of fire stuff here. Fortunately, our fire resistance is good. I hope there's not a parallel ice area. I will be cool with just a fire area. I saw a depths level that was just like a big old lake of fire. Could be something like this, actually. 2 hellhounds. You can tap them from across here, though. What's that? Entrance to hell. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, why don't you guys just back up over here? Then we can use our glaive. I don't even think using arrows is necessary, especially when we were shooting our arrows, and they might go back into that lava pit. Alright, a ziggurat. That's pretty fun. Kozlov could be pretty entertaining in a ziggurat. I mean, the thing about a ziggurat, though, is sometimes you do want to escape up to the next level and hide there for a minute and recover. And Kozlov would make that plenty impossible, so it's sort of a win-or-die situation. But that's pretty exciting. I mean, it's just like the rest of the game for Kozlov. Here's a lich. Liches are tough. Alright, they can be a headache. I have a grudge against liches this game. We shot him down in 4 arrows, which is pretty good. Yeah, we will possibly use portal projectile as appropriate. But for now, yeah, we didn't even take any damage from that encounter. Our defenses I'm feeling much better about. The other thing I meant to mention is I realized just last night, I don't think I said this in this video so far, this video series, but I was thinking for a while that Kozlov's shield ability, his SH that he grants you, is just sort of a token gesture, really, considering that it's only 8 shields, and, you know, that's not very good at all. But I realized, I think, that going from point 14 to point 15, they actually changed the shield, so they basically halved it. You know, they made each point of shield twice as valuable. So each SH is twice as valuable, but shields only provide about half of the SH. So it was like a shield SH deflation event, I guess. But anyway, so that SH8 is actually like actually SH16 that I'm used to from the .14 version. So that's not actually bad at all. That's basically like a buckler. So Kozlov gives you a free buckler, which is, again, you know, I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than I thought it was. So his shield ability is a little bit better than I expected. So maybe you were operating under that misconception too. I just wanted to clear that up. We'll play other characters in the future that use shields, so we will be able to get a little bit more of a better feel for that. Emperor Scorpions are tough. Of course, we did not see the spider nest in this game, so we didn't really get too much of an experience with that. Although they seem to fall pretty quickly to our arrows. The big targets. Here's Spriggans. I wonder if it's the Enchantress. Or it could just be some Spriggans. There's plenty of Spriggans in the depths. Oh, they can't get through this wall. Okay. Minotaurs and Sphinxes. Yeah, let's back off a little bit. They'll smite and do some other annoying things. Minotaurs just hit pretty hard, I guess, but they don't have anything special going on. Death Axe should just die. Oh, this could be good upheaval time. It would be great for a bolt or something. Let's shoot a wand of fire. And then just keep shooting arrows. Honestly, these guys are not tough. Back off a little bit. We don't no reason to take death yak hits, but even if they surrounded us, I think we'd be okay. At this point, we are definitely able to tab through our death yaks. We can shoot these arrows so quick they don't even get a chance to act, I feel like. And our defenses are okay that we can really take it. There's a lot of stuff in here. Like, look at all this stuff I'm sensing. Although possibly that some of that is outdated information. It's possible we already killed some of these guys. Yeah. 616 arrows, not bad. Good. Yeah, 620 arrows. Gateway into Japan. Alright, here's a frost gizmo. Why are you not coming this way? Are you afraid of my clouds? I feel like the clouds mess up the AI a little bit, the enemy AI. We don't have any cold resistance, so those guys do pretty hurt. We're just banking on the fact that maybe we can deflect some of the missiles. Bronze ring. +5 ring of protection, that's pretty awesome too. But right now, I think we prefer the evasion. If it was combined with some other stuff, I mean, like in that Tengu game, we had our RF ++ and then the AC +5 ring. Now that was a good find. Disc of Storms? Sure, we'll pick it up. I've never really used the Disc of Storms to good effect. Yeah, I mean, we saw we were starting to try to use it in that troll game with the Storm Dragon armor, and it seemed to be pretty cool. Our evocations is not great right now. We'd have to work that up a little bit more, so maybe we will do that. We'll probably just drop it off the stash for now. New kind of ring, though. Book of Dreams we've already seen. What kind of ring do we have going on here? Okay. Nice. An RC plus Strength plus 2 ring. That's pretty great. So I'm glad about that. We found our cold resistance. I think what that means is we'll drop the Ring of Ice because we don't actually really want a Ring of Ice. We just want a Ring of Cold Resistance, and this is it. So that's nice. Alright, there were a million guys in there, but they were guarding some pretty good loot. That seems to be the way that the depths operate sometimes. Ice Dragon, yeah, is pretty dangerous. We could consider putting on a new ring, but it's not that dangerous. I mean, let's be realistic. Also, did we find the Ice Dragon armor? Yeah, we have that Ice Dragon armor back in our lair if we really wanted it. Pair of gloves is not for us. We have something far superior. Infinite Horror of the Abyss. Oh, they changed that color. Those gates used to just be random colored, like Psalm altars. Now they seem to be pink and other pink and purple, which is like the official color of the Abyss. That's the official color of translocative energy, as witnessed by Louise the Corrupted. Or was it somebody else the Corrupted? Was it Francis the Corrupted? I don't remember. Whoever that unique was we fought, they changed her color to pink, so that emphasizes the fact that she is of the Abyss. Alright, depth 1 taken care of. Pretty cool. We got some good loot. We got some good enemies. Alright, that's basically what we expected. And look! We're Horsella Oatbag the crack shot! That's beautiful! Crack shot! Oh, that's incredible. Alright, so we finally achieved the dream. We've been pretending to be a crack shot all game, but basically we've just been posers until now. And now we can legitimately call ourselves a crack shot. We've been officially licensed by the, Association of Crack Shots, or whatever. I'm going to say American Association of Crack Shots, but I don't think we're in America in this game. And besides, it might be offensive to my international viewers. Anyway, we're a crack shot now. The point I'm trying to make. So let's be cool. Should probably put on sunglasses or something if we find them. I know there's no sunglasses in this game, but possibly there should be. Gateway to a ziggurat. We do not want to go into a ziggurat. What gave you that idea? We just want to go downstairs because we are done with this. So yeah, I mean, our bow's up to 21. That's the reason why we're a crack shot now. But I think we can still leave it on. Basically, we're going to train that up to 27. Although we would lose our crack shot title at that point, which it would be disappointing. Alright. Is this some sort of hedge maze? It really seems to be. That's kind of awesome. Glaive, take him down. Shoot this guy down with arrows. Arrowed. Homestar reference there. Team Go Squad reference. I'm sure some of you are familiar with that. It was insanely popular. Alright, so let's do portal projectile and then take these guys out. There we go, so we don't have to worry about shooting through those bushes. No, we don't see anything. Alright, we can still shoot that guy. Yeah, this is awesome. And this guy is still here. Alright. So portal projectile is great. I'm so glad we learned that. Otherwise, we would have had to shoot through these bushes. We probably would have shot a lot of those bushes. Instead, we can deal with those guys efficiently. It's like having smart smite targeting for a regular weapon. Fire at this guy. We don't like Jiangxi. We don't approve of Jiangxi in this household. Okay. More portal projectile. It does cause us to become rather hungry, but what are you going to do about that? These trolls are, of course, too stupid to find their way through the hedge maze and are therefore attempting to just bash their way through, which is pretty hilarious. I think also, yeah, my elemental fury just destroys all of the bushes, which is pretty funny too. All comical proceedings. It's all comedy when other people are getting hurt. These people are foolishly trying to navigate the hedge maze as I just shoot missiles at them through some alternate plane of existence or something. I'm not sure exactly how portal projectile works. It's interesting that there is such a close relationship between translocation, magic, and the abyss in this game. Like, you know, the two share similar properties. Abyss used to be a translocation, or Banish used to be a translocation spell. Of course, there's Galubria, who literally wrote the book on translocations. And he was obsessed with the Abyss, and he warped out his own version of the Abyss in his WizLab. So, it's possible that when you're blinking in this game, you know, you're actually passing through the Abyss in some sense, or at least something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it worked like that on a metaphysical level. You know, it's sort of like in the Half-Life games, right? You know, in order to teleport in that game, you can pass through Zen or whatever. So that's the way that I sort of interpret it. But it's interesting, right? It's pretty cool. I like the Abyss. I know the Abyss is annoying, but I like the flavor of the Abyss. Just this weird Lovecraftian world that has deep ties with translocative energy. I'm all about it. Crawl is really cool. Nobody's dead in that, man. Really sucks you in. Spring Air Mage. Okay, so we'll absolutely use portal projectile for this. So yeah. Do that. Deflect the arrow. Unfortunately, yeah, they're really good at deflecting my arrows. But we can still get them, right? Oh! Bolt of Lightning took away all of our magic. Tell it to do that again. One more portal projectile. We just need a couple good hits. Come on, take him down. Take him out. No, take out the air mage. Alright, it might be almost time for Kozlal. Stupid thing. Oh, I can't even afford to cast Kozlal because of my stupid guardian spirit. Get out the glaive and try that. Oh, okay, good. Carve the spring like a ham. Alright, that was the problem. I was really trying to just power through the deflect missiles, and that was perhaps a stupid plan. Or at least a stubborn plan. I may have wasted some ammos there. Many ammos were wasted. But, we're okay. Gadget Shop. Wanted teleportation. That's a good find. Disco Storms, we just found that for free. Yeah. So we'll probably go and pick that up, but actually we're not going to buy it right now just because we're saving our money. And so we'll see what the Bazaar has to offer first. But if the Bazaar doesn't have anything better than that, then we'll go and check it out. Imported gloves, worth checking out. Whoops. No. Oh, it's not worth checking out because we have the Gauntlets of War. So, maybe not. Check out the brown ugly thing. There's a couple more of them, though. Turn whites. Don't corrode me, bro. Alright, we'll try this. We'll try the gloves. Plus 2 pair of gloves. Yeah, but nothing special. Drop that. Alright. Portal projectile is appropriate for Spriggans. I should really do that more. Okay. Yeah, portal projectile here too. I don't want to waste ammo on these stupid things. New kind of wand. Wand of invisibility is not a bad find. Let's eat some pizza. Gateway to Hell. Rocket shot again. Portal projectile because those guys are slippery, slippery folks. There we go. We don't want them splitting into multiple copies or anything like that. Monster. Oh, it's Tentacle Monstrosity. We are cut constricted, which is pretty funny. Nice. Yeah, level 22. Man, we're just coming along with the levels up. You know, we're keeping on pace with this experience level. Getting towards the final stages of our character building. Yep, back away here. Get out the bow, Krishna. Use portal projectile. And again, actually, probably the glaive is superior. Just because of... Okay. Tengu Reavers, those are dangerous. Let's try an upheaval on them. Whoa! Upheaval got an upgrade, man. That's incredible. Okay, I guess it's unlikely to hit, maybe, but still. Let's back off here. That Etten is kind of too fast, faster than I would prefer. Okay, we are happy to see that upheaval, that our invocations are still scaling. Let's use repel missile, or excuse me, portal projectile. Whoops, we got poisoned. Are you staying in poison gas as well? No, so let's go up to our cloud, actually. That's pretty neat. Still standing in our cloud of flame. How about another upheaval? That upheaval is intense now. It's too intense for me. These guys are poisoning themselves. Let's bust out the glaive now because we don't want to get even more poisoned. Oh, or electrocuted, for that matter. So the glaive actually did well for us there. I think the glaive was a better choice than the bow in that particular instance. We can't outrun Spriggans, so there's no sense in even trying. There's a bunch of Spriggans over here. We might be seeing... Oh man, check that out too, a rune triple crossbow. So that's what you do want to see as a crossbow user. But okay, I'm glad we saw one of those at least. We can know that they're not super rare, that they don't appear in games. Shiny Buckle. We do want to try a crossbow character, but probably not right away because it'll probably be really similar to this character. I mean, realistically, crossbow and a bow. I think crossbows are a little bit more powerful and accurate, but they're slower to reload, basically. So that's the difference between them. Crossbow. I have had good luck with crossbows before. Another rune triple crossbow, or was that the same one? I don't know. Who cares? Manual of Invocations is a beautiful find for us. That is perfect for us. Fire Dragon armor is nice to see lying around. We don't really need it, but okay. You know, I appreciate the loot. These just sort of loot quadrants over here. This loot quadrant was already harvested. Poor projectile, so we can take out these guys. Come on. Come on, you stupid Friggin', there we go. That frost giant is afraid to come around the corner. Hey, frost giant, stop being such a jerk. Yeah, clouds really make the enemies nervous. They really don't follow you as much, which is good, actually, considering that sometimes that's what you need with the lack of stealth and everything. So that's kind of a neat balance there. You know, enemies are sort of afraid to walk through clouds. They're afraid to get too close, but they know where you are all the time. Rune Spear, nah. Leatherbound Book is worth checking out. Book of the Tempest, anything in here? No. Not for us at all. Not our style. We're not that smart. Yeah, so this is really good. Our invocations is going to go up a lot. And especially considering now that I realize that upheaval can be something more than what I thought, we could really use upheaval for area of effect. I'm digging that. I'm really digging that. So level 2 complete. 51 out of 52 slots. Maybe we should go back to our stash real quick, because I don't want to be juggling equipment on this next floor. It's right here anyway. It's not very far away. So let's drop, what do we not need? Fire. 25 bread rations, that's nice. The meat ration and the royal jellies, and the summoning we're not really going to use. Recharging we don't need right away. Ring of protection we're not going to need, but we can keep it anyway, just in case. Just because I'm a pack rat, really. Need to go on hoarders. Manual of Invocations, absolutely, we do want to keep. Disc of Storms will drop here just because I don't know if we're ever really going to get to that. Alright, we'd have to get our evocations up a lot higher for it to be worth it. And I don't know if that's going to happen with this character. We would like to get a few more points of evocations, but this is an invocations character. So maybe that's for another day. Plus we have to use our glaive if we want to get the electrical resistance, so there we go. Yep, so that's a lot better. Now we can go down to depth 2 again and keep on going with our adventure. Take a little sip of water as we travel. And we're ready to keep going. Here's depth 3. Generating as we speak. Some sort of forest. Can Kozlov start forest fires? I haven't noticed it. Like here, this stone giant is afraid to get too close. I mean, he mostly just wants to throw rocks at us, I think, but even so. Drop that rotting flesh. Alright, glaive against the air mage for sure. That seems to be the much more effective solution. Because of their deflect missiles or what have you. Nice to have both options. We have the... Oh, do you see that? Wait, we got a beneficial mutation. So we're not wearing resist mutation in any way. So let's just quaff it. My skin functions as natural camouflage. Okay. So as useless as that is for us, it is pretty funny. I mean, can you imagine? It's like you just see this like huge storm cloud system wandering around, and it's like, where's the guy? I mean, I guess that makes as much sense. You don't really expect to see huge elemental storms associated with a guy, a particular guy standing in the eye of the storm who's unaffected by them, unless I guess you're familiar with Kozlov's theology. But you know, it's pretty funny too that we're just basically a walking invisible storm cloud center system thing. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty funny. It's pretty ironic. The irony is just too much. Extremely unstealthy still. That didn't help a lick. We would have preferred something better. Like, we would have preferred a pip of cold resistance or something, but, you know, we're not complaining about good mutations. I wonder what Kozlov's wrath is like. I'm sure it's pretty wrathful. I can imagine Kozlov getting pretty upset. Here's some dire elephants, which we can shoot down. Oh! Yeah, like this is a new chance for an upheaval for sure. Upheaval right there. And again, oh yes, all the upheaval. We'll do it right here. Doesn't seem to have a very good chance of extending upwards past the place where it says it will for now. But I mean, it took a while for it to get that consistent anyway too. So another upheaval. Yeah, like it pretty much always hits all those squares now. I don't want to use too many upheavals. Shoot down the summoner, absolutely. I'm getting flayed. Oh no. Alright, well, back away. What is that? Is that just a regular centaur? I forgot what a regular centaur looks like. I got afraid of it. It's like, what's that brown centaur? Is that a unique centaur? No. It's just a regular centaur. Okay, we got unflayed. That makes me feel a lot better. Shoot down these guys. Ooh, I don't care about the red ones particularly. Oh. Yeah, stupid flayed ghosts. You're giving me fits here. Use the glaive. I'm not sure actually if the glaive, if RN Plus protects you from flaying. Seems like it ought to, but I don't think it really does. Alright, still got nearly 600 arrows. Yeah, we got 600 arrows. We're not afraid of anything. We're not afraid of ammo. Ammo is the least of our concerns right now, and we don't have that many concerns, so... Take down some wizards, Hell Knights. Wizards and Hell Knights always hanging out together. It's pretty rude. Necromancer. Wow. Big old human party in here. Okay. Lich. Yeah, we don't appreciate exactly having these liches here. But we'll take him out. Okay, Cacodemon. Put on resist mutation. Fine. And now we want to take down the Lich, really. There we go. Yep. Put back on... Well, let's see what happens. Well, yeah, let's put on our Guardian Spirit. I just wanted to make sure there weren't any baddies in the corner here that we might need our thing for. The Grimoire of the Poisonous Compass and the Tome of the Many Lives. Those are cool books. That Tome of the Many Lives sounds specifically like something Liches would have. I wonder if that's defined by this vault particularly. I wonder if it contains necromutation inside. No, it doesn't. That kind of surprises me. It's a big old book. There's a lot of good spells in here, I mean, but it's nothing we're particularly interested in. So, nah. Wait. And then what was this other book we found? The Grimoire of the Poisonous Compass. It does have some translocation spells in it. Portal Projectile would have been here if we had been a little bit more patient, but I'm glad that we picked it up when we did. Yeah, basically some spells that we would have wanted from the Book of Translocation, Spatial Translocations could have been here. But, at the same time, whatever. You know, it was $900 well spent. We could pick up Disjunction, but I don't think we ever have a chance to learn it. I've never cast Disjunction. Disjunction. Or Dispersion, for that matter, actually. So I really don't know what those spells are like, or if they're worth the serious investment in translocations. I mean, you might as well, I guess. I've definitely had characters that have cast Controlled Blink, you know, very comfortably, hungerlessly. You know, Warpers. I won with a Warper, Vinestalker Warper, which cast Controlled Blink. He stayed true to his warping roots. But even that character, I didn't feel like Dispersion or Dispersal was ever really necessary. It might be, though. It might really be a lifesaver. I've imagined it could be good for the Orb Run. It could just be good in general when you've got a million guys breathing down your neck. Or if you're really trying to ninja a rune, you know, run in there and get away. I really might like to try just a really straight rune ninja character who just really doesn't even try to kill anybody, just get in and out. It would have to be a Spriggan, probably. I have one with a Spriggan already. But somebody who is also just really excellent with translocations magic could fit the bill. You know, you'd want to magic map in, teleport in, port the rune, controlled blink, you know, do all the tricks. demon spawn. Loparocaracolopus. Take him out for sure. Future demon spawn is not any fun. Not the kind of guy you'd want to invite to a party, probably. Necrosec. Alright, so back away. Alright, put on resist mutation. Good. So yeah, Pandemonium is rather predictable to find here. Nice. Again, with Guardian Spirit. Speaking of which, we'll put that back on. Yeah, Guardian Spirit is annoying in that every time you put it on, you have to have your MP reduced to 0, but that's partially because it's kind of good. I underestimated Guardian Spirit when I first saw it. For a long time, actually, I underestimated Guardian Spirit. But I think for this character, it's basically the best thing for us. The best basic amulet. For some characters, it's just really, really good. And then we have all the other ones situationally, too. We've got, you know, resist mutation and corrosion and all the other friends when we need them. There's a shining one that's pretty cool. Can't believe the shining one has a Lantern of Shadows just hanging out right outside. Could be a temptation sort of thing. Alright, let's put on our glaive so we don't get horribly shocked by these guys. We still do, to a certain extent, but we've seen that these ugly things can deal out a surprising amount of damage, so let's not tempt fate in that regard. Alright, super good. Depth 3 complete. 2 more floors to go, and then we'll probably call it a video. Yep. Nice. Emperor Scorpions are, you know, big and tanky, but also slow, especially compared to us. And, yeah, here we go. Still no sign of the Enchantress. Oh, there's Boris. And in the Spriggan, it's possible that we have the Enchantress coming around right here. Let's drag a few of these guys upstairs and then go find a new staircase, because this is not exactly what I want. Don't want to fight Boris and those other jokers at the same time. Let's check out one of the other stairs. Okay. We don't even necessarily have to kill Boris. In fact, probably it's a wise idea if we don't. So, yep, we have seen that the glaive is much better for us against the air mages. It really seems to get the job done. Gives us that electrical resistance too, which is something that air magi are more than capable of dishing out. Deep Troll, yeah, let's just use our glaive for a second. Seems to be doing good work. We got slowed. Oh, by the torpor snail. I can't believe there's torpor snails in here. I thought that the Deep Troll hexed us, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that the Deep Troll has that kind of hexation ability. Back away from Boris, because we don't want to get crystal speared. We'll just back completely out to the edge of field of vision. Alright, now we can use our bow. Yeah, I feel like this is a great situation for us. Just stay really far away where he can't shoot us. And, yep, there we go. No issue at all. He did raise a bunch of zombies, but whatever. Tab away through those. And yeah, I mean, this is early enough killing Boris that it's possible he might show up somewhere else. But I welcome it. I welcome you to come and try again, Boris. We handled him with extremely little difficulty, so I can't imagine repeat performances would be too much different. We might go and check out Crypt and Tomb, possibly. I think, well, you know, our RN Plus is pretty abundant in this game. It's pretty available, so maybe we will check out those areas. I think we could possibly handle it. We'll see how it goes. Nice, shooting a brain. More pink entrances to the abyss. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll just try these. One thing I do like about my draining wand is that it does still, I believe, affect slimes. So, whereas my venom wand did not, or not my wand, but my glaive My Draining Glaive affects slimes, whereas my Venom Glaive did not, certainly. So, yeah, if we ever go into the slime pit, at least we can drain slimes. We can drain the royal jelly. I understand that's sort of a semi-viable way of dealing with the royal jelly. Is just drain it down repeatedly, and eventually it gets to be rather weak. There's a merfolk javelineer. Oh, he's got deflect missiles? Oh, no, I'm deflecting missiles. Never mind. I was going to be extremely impressed and annoyed if that merfolk was capable of deflecting missiles. Possibly if they were wearing the Amulet of the Air or something crazy like that. Yeah, I even wonder if the Enchantress is going to show up. Sort of running out of chances here, Enchantress. I feel like the Enchantress shows up in more games than she doesn't. I feel like it's a pretty reasonably high chance that the Enchantress makes an appearance. At least from my experience, but who knows. And of course this is a new version too. Maybe they thought that it was a little bit too common of an event, so they scaled it back. Who's to say? A Golden Bardiche? Alright, I am willing to investigate that. We have some rotting flesh. Let's check it out. Bardiche Venom. It's okay. It's a +2 Bardiche, and it has an ego on it already, which means we could brand it up real nice. Let's go back to our stash real quick, because again we're at 52 out of 52. Hate to keep doing this. I guess that removal of item does not mean that we can just ignore inventory management. We still have to be kind of careful with it. Oh, I guess we can try that in our new Bardiche on that Sky Beast. Oh no! Why did I go all the way back here? That was so dumb. So that was really dumb. I didn't mean to do that, but fortunately it's only a few floors there and back. A little bit of cardio workout climbing these stairs. We'll drop off our special arrows and the Bardiche. I mean, we're not going to use that at the time being. Arrows. Lightning. Okay. You ration that. Okay. Drop. Anything else? Maybe. Oh, a new kind of rod. Rod of striking we're not going to use. So there you go. Okay, cool. Tab our way through that Joker, just Nefreet. Alright, back down to depths 3, and then down to depths 4. You want to give me some food? No, of course not. You want to give me some food? Of course not. Of course not. How could there possibly not be not one bite to eat on that stupid Yaktor? Alright, here we are in depths 3. We explored it. Now we're in depths 4. We were working on that. Potion of Haste is a good thing to find, I guess. Steam Dragon Armor is okay to find, but nah, we've already invested a lot in armor. We want something a little bit more weighty than that. Merfolk Impaler. These merfolk seem to be making more of an appearance down here in the depths, which I think is interesting. Possibly it's just this watery area here. It could just be a watery vault. But I feel like we've seen more merfolk than I've expected. Yeah, are those guys slower than I remember? Or is it just that... Yeah. Just that we're fast. I mean, we are super duper fast. Being a centaur. Great Orb of Eyes. Yeah, we got that. Balrog. Okay, with a dwarf skeleton. Okay, so I think we know what that's a reference to. That's incredible, of course. Alright, if you don't know what that's a reference to, man, I don't even know what to tell you about that. How can you not get that reference? You know, look it up, and then go and watch the movies that refers to, or read the books. Can't say anything more with that without spoiling the reference, although, you know, you guys all got it. I'm sure it's a certain type of person who watches these types of videos, and the type of person who watches these videos or plays this game would probably understand what a Balrog next to some dwarf skeletons would mean. Pair of embroidered gloves, some dwarven workmanship perhaps, and plate armor. Yeah, club seems a little crude for dwarves, although maybe that was something the demons brought in. Anyway, yeah, entrance to hell, that's pretty cool. Yeah, of course, we're down here in the depths too. Certainly delved too deep this time. Okay, wow, a vampire pack. That's not what I expected to see. We could try upheaval over there. Yeah, let's go for an upheaval right here. Nice, okay, so yeah, we did get a little bit past the just 3x3 square. We got a little bit of an extension there. Cutting winds. Worked pretty well. Nice, took out the air mage. That's pretty great. I guess these elementals were not summoned. They were just sort of a feature of the dungeon. My life force is restored. I didn't even realize it was drained. But I'm glad we're back up to fighting form. That's pretty cool. Alright. A whole bunch of these guys coming right around the corner. Oh, okay. Let's not get annihilated here. That would be great. But it doesn't seem like we're any real problems. Lich. I don't even know if liches are more dangerous in melee range than they are at a distance. For us, it doesn't really matter with our bow. I feel like the lich will just cast a crystal spear at you either way. Their melee attack is not particularly dangerous, although it can drain you, I think. Reached level 23. Very neat. Quicksilver Dragon. Yeah, we're just tabbing here, I guess. Quicksilver Dragons are annoying. I have previously expressed my disdain for Quicksilver Dragons. Here, using the glaive is appropriate, I think, because the Titan can electrocute us. Oh, well, it can hit us, too. Maybe we should do something about that. But, man, yeah, this is, that was something. That was quite a fight, but nothing we can't handle. Fortunately, the topology was good for us, or the geography, or whatever you want to call it. They were all coming around the corner like that. Possibly there's some sort of loot stash in here. It looks like a vault of some kind, and there are a lot of guys. Here comes the Hell Knights. The humans are revolting. Boggarts. Alright, so we absolutely casting for projectile and shooting down the Boggarts. That is the most important thing right now. As for these guys, well, we can just sort of generally tab our way through. Right. Right, no cold resistance, but we can overlook that. That was a pretty fiery fireball, but we're okay. Yeah, they keep coming, huh? This is not quite as favorable position as it was before, but yeah, there must be some sort of party going on over there. But it seems like we got most of the party goers. Okay. Take out this stupid Tengu Reaver. I'm not sure if they can cast deflect missiles, which is possibly part of the reason why they're giving me some trouble. A golden dragon, man, what is going on over here? A lot of crazy stuff going on over here. We're not at Zot yet. We're not down to depth 5, so that golden dragon can't be part of that. That's just a generic golden dragon. Magically shoot arrows until that Boggart dies. That's a good use of portal projectile. Portal projectile is a really good pickup for us. I mean, we've been talking about it since the beginning of the game, but I see now just how effective it is. I'm glad we have it. I really am. Whoa! Yeah, so there's more. There's definitely more. How many of these guys are shadow creatures? None. Can we reach and kill that guy? Alright, we need to go take out those guys. Portal projectile. Kill that guy. Absolutely kill that guy. Kill the boggart. There's more boggarts. We don't want to get constricted, and we don't want to be near these huge slime creatures. So let's back off and then just start shooting. Yeah, we don't want to be facing all those guys at once. There's Deep Elf High Priest. Did we get constricted? Oh, no. No, okay. That was a little bit silly. We should not have gotten constricted there. We are fast enough to outrun these guys. Alright, enormous slime creature is not something we want to deal with. We don't want to deal with any of this. That guy's going to smite us and summon demons and do all sorts of other nasty business until we shoot him down. So let's do that. That's just a crawling corpse. Wow, yeah, man. Vault Depth 4 is not messing around. That large abomination is hard to hit, huh? Could have used portal projectile there, I guess. You don't expect large abominations to be difficult to hit. They do have sort of pseudo-randomized stats, but normally the large abominations are sort of big and unwieldy. Big old things that are easier to hit. Maybe I just had some unlucky rolls. You never know exactly. Alright, a whole bunch of slime creatures. That could have been ugly if we had stuck around. Fortunately, we have the ability to run away as we want most of the time. Yeah, and those guys to hold us in place. That's a pretty nasty vault over there. Yeah, and it still keeps coming, huh? Feel protected from cold. That's good. Thanks, Kozal. Oi. Back off. There we go. Take out all these jokers. Frost Giant Corpse. Fire Bat. Shining Eye Shapeshifter. Whoa, okay, we'll put on Resist Mutation. Good. Good. Green Spirit again. Take them out. There's more. They just keep coming. Tentacle Monstrosity and Golden Dragon. That's nothing to scoff at. Well, it is sort of something to scoff at when you're shooting bows at them safely from a distance. Possibly they made the simulacra blue, just blue exclusively, so you didn't confuse them with the skeletons. I guess that makes sense from clarity purposes. You know, I mean, they would flash between blue and white. I just kind of like the way that looked. Zop Trap, Scroll Overcharging, fine. Glowing Robe. There better be some half-decent loot around here. Meat Ration. Okay, there could be something in here. It seems like this is where everybody was. Alright, like what's this? A Book of Power we already knew about. Lantern and Shadows. Potion of Poison. Short Rune Staff. Pretty lame loot considering what we went through. We didn't pick up anything and did not notice. Well, we may have. But nothing ultra exciting. Okay. Very ugly things. Do not seem to have the presence of mind to be able to come over and fight us. So we're not going to complain too much about that. Alright. Okay. Deep Elf Sorcerer. Maybe there's better stuff in here. Or projectiles so we can get over the top of that. Oh no. Alright, put on mutation first. And then do this. Ugh. Storm Dragon. Alright, get out the old glaive. Glaive CeHu here. Put on Spirit. Long Swing Staff. Rune Quick Blade is pretty neat. 2 scrolls of enchant armor. Alright, that's good to have. Let's enchant up our Stoof. We can read that. Enchant Hat of Magic Resistance. We haven't seen any better hats than that, certainly. By doing so, we increase our chances of finding a better hat like that of the alchemist, so that's good. We haven't seen any better cloaks, have we? No, so I think we can, oh, we can enchant up our centaur barding even more. Alright, so we should absolutely do that, because we were likely to find a better cloak. Maybe we can even buy one. But centaur bardings are pretty rare. Right, we haven't seen any bardings. Oh, we saw a +1 centaur barding. Oh, that was the one that we replaced, actually. Interesting stuff in here. Alright, so there seem to be a couple of spirally vaults. Very geometrical. Kind of a cool floor, I like it. Clearly there were a lot of nasties. Glowing hunting sling is something. We already saw a twisted great sling back in Orc, I believe. Here's a twisted hand crossbow, for that matter. 14 arrows of flame. We didn't really want that, but thanks anyway. We did want that. We'll just use it at the end of the game. Possibly our power level is even less than it could be, just because I don't want to carry around ruined ammunition. Alright. Done with Depths 4. We're carrying a lot of food right now, so let's see if we can... Let's see if we can afford going through Vaults 5 before we go down to the stash. Yeah, possibly we'll find a better cloak in Zot, or the surrounding area of Zot, because all those Draconians wear cloaks. We would appreciate that, certainly. Okay, here's a bunch of guys coming. We're not too afraid, though, because, well, first of all, they're chumps. Second of all, we did get torpor snailed. Let's whack them like that. There we go, nice. Second of all, there was a stairs right there. That's what I meant to say. I was not expecting that torpor snail, though. Torpor snail ruined my day. Jorgrun. That is surprising. So what we're going to do is go ahead and quaff flights. Because I understand that is the correct course of action against Jorgrun. Now we'll take him upstairs and we'll just shoot arrows at him until he dies. We'll cast Portal Projectile too, because he seems to be kind of tough to hit. But Jorgrun has a nasty habit of shattering you. I have actually died to Jorgrun one time before, so I do not wish to repeat that mistake. And it's because he shattered me for like 100 damage. So by flying, you're really able to reduce his ability to use that effectively against you. And also, whatever, I'm not using that potion of flight for anything else. His symbol got changed too. He's a G now. I think he used to be what? A lowercase h or something like that? I don't remember. So he's more closely related to Boggarts now, I guess. Here comes a tentacle monstrosity, but I don't think we should have too much to worry about. Good. Alright then. That was Depths 4. Oh yeah, I remember. We weren't done with Depths 4. We wanted to go do Depths 5. I was like, that was easy. Seemed a little short. Didn't realize where I was for a second. But Jorgrun has gone down. We're almost up to 200 HP. Alright, this training in fighting is paying off. What was that? Purple Draconian. Alright, so the way to Zot seems to be over yonder. Yeah. Shoot down all of these jokers. I have no time for this. Frost Giant we can actually... Oh, wow, that hurt pretty hard. Having no cold resistance will do that to you. Bolt of Lightning, again, we don't have any lightning resistance unless we're wearing our glaive, which is a fine thing, but yeah, we're sort of getting hit with unfavorable resistances right now. It's Boris again. Hi, Boris. Boris, Master of Life and Death. Put on our bow. Krishna. Shoot him down. Back off so he can't do any of his nasty conjurations. Whoops, it's a torpor snail. Is there a Where's the staircase there? Well, we don't want to get... Iron shot would be nasty. Iron shot to the face would be nasty. But, torpor snail. Oh, we just need to take out Boris. Oh no, Orb of Destruction. Alright. Let's cast a spell. Passage of Galubria. To way over yonder. Nice, we repelled the iron shot. That's good. Now we step into here. Blink over here. Whoa! So that zealot is a Q now. We're not slow anymore. That's something. But I'm not 100% confident about my situation still. Especially because I just got hellfired. So that's interesting that Draconian Zealot is now a Q. I'm sort of going to run away here. Got hit by Bolt of Cold and the Searing Blasts. That's no fun. We're running away. We might even consider magic mapping at this point. Here's Boris. Alright, let's get him before he gets too close. Yeah, Orb of Destruction, we're in a relatively good spot. Protected from orbs right now. What was that? A dire elephant? Boris didn't conjure that, surely not. Alright, nice. Two Boris is down. That one was a little bit trickier because we weren't able to fight him on our own terms as well. We're going to take out the Red Draconian. He can smite us, that's pretty nasty. But we can basically smite him too. Too injured to fight recklessly, that's not what I like to see. Killed him. We might heal up a little ways. But we might be able to stabilize. Cast deflect missiles, take him out. Whoa! Are you serious? The Centaur, the Yaktor's got a wand of digging? That's ridiculous. Oh, that's all I needed. Alright, I really needed that to happen to me. We can always quaff heal wounds, and let's go ahead and do that. There's no sense in being stupid about it. We can also teleport away. We can also cast an invocations right now if we needed to. It's time to teleport though. Absolutely time to teleport. Get out our bow. Cast portal projectile. We don't have enough magic to do that, so let's just start shooting guys. And possibly cure up a little bit more. Alright. Heal, 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 heal. No clouds. That's interesting. I wonder if it's because we're just in too enclosed of an area right now that the odds of cloud spawning is not very high. I was wondering, I hope Kozlal is not mad at us. No, certainly not. We're just in a little bit too enclosed of an area right now. That Torpor Snail, you really threw me off, Torpor Snail. I don't appreciate those Torpor Snails at all. Here's Marjorie the Dragon Slayer. Yeah, I thought she was more of a hell creature than anything. Although, yeah, oh, okay, I remember. She's got her special dragon armor, which is just like fire dragon armor, I think. She's got a relatively powerful fireball, but we've got some options too. It's just a model dragon armor. That's all you slew? I slew like 50 model dragons. And then some way harder ones too. I'm not too impressed by Marjorie's dragon slaying abilities. How did the Deep Troll Earth Mage know how to dig to me there? I mean, I guess I probably do make a lot of noise. Where are my clouds, though? I guess there's one. Alright. Maybe I was just in an enclosed area. They don't show up in hallways. I wonder if that's actually the case. I wonder if the clouds don't show up in hallways because it would be too easy to game the system and just make block off halls. Could be possible. We also really do need some just cold resistance. That's part of the reason why we're suffering. We could wear, you know, our ring, whatever, Okun. But, We've got other good rings too, so I don't know. Nice, level 24. Keep on rolling, man. Level 24 should be what? Another point in dexterity at this point, maybe? I don't know. Strength is tempting, but that's been rolling up pretty high now. Dexterity could be pretty nice, too. I don't know. I'm tempted between strength or dexterity. My intelligence is as high as it needs to be. We know portal projectile. We know all this stuff. So, strength or dexterity? It's the second to last choice that we have to make. Well, let's go with dexterity. Okay, we got double dexterity. Fine. Possibly the final one will put in strength. Deep Elf Shaman calls to its god to speed up something. That's pretty hilarious. I'm imagining it's that guy. How about an upheaval over here to take out this guy? Did he not die? No, he went over here, which was really stupid. And an upheaval there was complete overkill. I thought I was dealing with more guys than I were, but those were all summons, I think. Really foolish? I don't even know what I was thinking. Okay, a Reaper came out of nowhere. Where'd you come from? Pretty dangerous. He's got an anti-magic scythe, which does a lot of damage to me. I wonder if I could have run away from him. Possibly I should have. Whatever, here comes a bunch of jokers. Down towards 500 arrows, I don't know. I am suddenly skeptical. Yep. Get in towards this guy. What's this? Arch of Ancient Stone? That's lame. I thought for sure this was Zot. Where's the real Zot? Did they accidentally spawn a game without Zot? That would be an amazing bug, actually. We're just stuck with no goal for the rest of existence. Or possibly that doesn't materialize until you get 3 runes. That would be really interesting, but I don't think they would be that obtuse about it. That would be really spoilery for people who didn't know what was going on. Oh. Get back here, you stupid orange brain. Alright. Cool. Oh, we have a lot more arrows over here, too. Whoops, alright. Now we can get poison resistance. I don't have to worry about those jokers. Have we seen any better cloaks? Yeah, they've got a bunch of... well, they don't even seem to have cloaks. Do they have cloaks now? Do they... surely they don't have robes. Alright, no. It's just a cloak. Draconians can't wear robes, I didn't think. Shoot down this joker for sure. There we go. There's the real realm of Zot. The other ones were just decorative. Or possibly it's an important part of the portal. I don't know anything about building magical portals. Ring of Protection. What is it? Nope. Okay, let's shoot down one of these dragons. I really don't like Quicksilver dragons. Something about them just bothers me. It really does. And that's that then. So great. That was really, really cool. We made it through the vaults, we made it through the depths, and wasn't even nothing. So that's a great amount of progress for the day. I'm certainly going to go and accomplish some other things today, other than playing Dungeon Crawl. But, you know, I might be back later on tonight if I'm feeling inclined. Let's round out this video by going and having a little shopping spree. No guarantee we'll find anything interesting, but it's worth going to check out at least. And that's a great way to end a video. And if we find anything good, we'll have new goodies to try out next time. Yep. So here we are in our stash. We'll drop off that, and draining. We don't need 2 drainings, and we don't need pizza or meat ration. We might eat one of those. Recharging is nice to have, but we don't need it. Alright, 45 out of 52 slots. We'll drop a few more things at the entrance to the bazaar. Gateway to bazaar. Oh, you don't know how to get there? Really? Find that again. Oh, it's surrounded by water. What do you know about that? Interesting. So what do we do about that exactly? Can I put a Galubri over there? No. I can't do that. I could try to blink over there. Nope. Blink. Blink. It works! That's amazing. Alright, well that's good. I didn't have to waste potion of flight or anything like that. Possibly should have left my stuff over there. But let's drop a couple of things. Let's just drop all of our wands, for example. Now we've got a lot of space. We can drop this rotting flesh. And we can drop, I don't know, Fanagales. Alright, no way we're going to find 16 good things in the bazaar here, so let's go and check it out. Nice. Bunch of nice looking stores, surrounded by halos or whatever. So, no good cloaks. Yeah, nothing here that's impressive. Some meat, that's good to know. Wand of polymorphs, yeah, this is nothing too impressive. What do we got? Faintly glowing ice dragon armor. Is worth investigating. Alright, so that could be a find. Some kind of battle axe. Yeah, I mean, it's not particularly good, so never mind. Anything else in here worth looking at? No, more arrows of dispersal, but we don't need any more of them, really. Okay, here's some uniques. There's some stuff, but it's not very good. I mean, a scythe could be reasonable for us. It was like the best scythe in the world, but I find that extremely improbable. And the rest of it is not exactly going with what we have. So, let's check out this ice dragon armor. I guess we didn't see the enchantress, so yeah, no chance for the old fairy dragon armor there. So let's see if this does anything for us. How many curing do we have? 9 curing. We'll buy that curing too. All right, let's see how we made out. +8 ice dragon armor. It's not bad. Is it something we're going to wear right now? I don't know. I mean, we'd have to give up all of our fire resistance. We'd basically be swapping our fire resistance for our cold resistance. And, I don't know if that's something I'm willing to do right now. Especially with Zot and stuff on the horizon. On the other hand, it could be a good option if we go into the slime pit, for example. I think I might prefer to wear this in the slime pit. The RN Plus comes in handy sometimes with those death oozes, but you're really more concerned with the azure jellies. So, yeah. Not entirely satisfied with that, but I mean, it could have been a lot worse too. Anything else we wanted to buy? Just random bits. Literally nothing to buy there. food shop. We could buy some rations, but I mean, how many bread rations do we have? 25? Not spending my money. Amnesia, we got, yeah, let's just buy like a scroll of identify. And that'll be good. Alright, everything except for that rotting flesh, of course. And now let's try to just get out of here. Yeah, let's just use the staircase, convenient staircase, to head back up and head over to... Oh wait, where was that other thing? Wand of Teleportation. Could be worth picking up. Although it's not half as critical for us. You know what? I don't think we even need to do that. We have 15 scrolls of teleportation. Do we really need to buy a wand of teleportation? I mean, when we start using up those scrolls, I mean, a wand of teleportation would actually be less efficient for us right now, because it can only hold up to 9 charges, and we have 15 of those. So now that I think about it, wand of teleportation is not as good for us as I thought. If we have to go teleport crazy and we use like 10 of those scrolls on Vault 5 or something like that, then yeah, well then we can go and pick up a wand of teleportation. But for now, it's not even worth the slot, I don't think. And especially considering that none of those scrolls of teleportation can be destroyed anymore. So I think that's basically just a better wand of teleportation for us right now, is these 15 scrolls of teleportation. You know, disadvantages being, well, now that I think about it, you can get silenced and then you can't teleport out and stuff like that. So there are disadvantages. Eesh. Maybe I just talked myself into buying it again. Yeah, alright, let's go and buy it. Fine. You sold me, shopkeeper. You drive a hard bargain, Aduzia, but... You know, we have too much money to begin with. We still have 1,000 gold, so we're probably not going to spend all our money towards the end of the game. We might as well spend it as we can. So we'll drop off this Ice Dragon armor, hang on to the Wand of Teleportation in case of extreme silencing emergencies, and anything else that we wanted to get rid of, not so much. Yeah, okay, yeah, that Ice Dragon armor might be Slime Pit attire, which could be next, believe it or not. I'm not sure what the next thing to do is, so we're certainly going to take a break here. Options include going down into Zot and finding maybe a better cloak. We don't really need to care about a Cloak of Preservation anymore. That was something I would have liked to find in the past if I was going into the Slime Pit, but now that does not seem like an option. I don't even know if that exists anymore. But, yeah, just a Cloak of Magic Resistance or a Cloak of anything. Poison Resistance would be great, even. So, we could find a better Cloak. We could go down to the Zot. I bet we could handle Zot. We could also go into the Slime Pit. Realistically, I think we're getting towards the end of this character. I mean, we could go into the Crypt, too. We might do Crypt, we might do Tomb, but maybe not. Maybe we'll just do Crypt. We'll see how Crypt goes. We could also go to the Abyss, but I think we're skipping the Abyss. We'll probably get the Slimy Room, and then we'll probably go to the Zot. So, yeah, I think we're doing really good with this character. Of course, we still have to do Vault 5, too, so that'll be a whole spiel. But Vault 5 should be fun, if I'm imagining it right. I think we'll just throw down a disaster area, and then let Kozlal do the rest. So I guess in the next video we'll find a bite to eat, we'll figure out our plan for the future, and then we'll press on. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.